Good morning, good morning, good morning.
I'm trying to find the date.
It's right there.
Oh, I can't see that.
October 4th.
Tyson, that's way too far away. October the 4th, here at 8 o'clock in the morning in Alabama. Hope everybody's doing well this morning.
Yes.
I need my readers, but I don't have them and I won't have them. So here we are.
Are your readers?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Don't know. I never have them when I need them. I only have them when I don't need them.
Hmm. I've been thinking I'm gonna have to get some.
Well, you won't have them. I can guarantee you that.
I'm gonna get them click kind.
Well, I have those. I have those.
You just don't put them on.
Well, they broke.
Oh, well, you
recently.
don't have them.
Um, I tried to start carrying them around my neck,
Yeah.
and what happens is when I start working, obviously, I break them.
Oh,
So
I got you.
it wasn't anything they did; it was something I did. So I know that that's not going to work out for me because they break easily.
I remember when those things first came out.
Tracy wears them, and that's what inspired me to start using them.
It was the first person I seen have them was James Mooney's did
Okay.
and then Mr. Porter got him some.
Okay.
Mr. Porter was my ex boss at the dealership, and he had him some, and he still to this day still has them.
Y'all are just gonna have to wait. I got to put something on my lips.
Gotta put your lips on.
A lip blush. I
Gotta
can't
put your lips
stand it when my lips get dry. It's
Yeah.
just like it's almost like being naked. I just feel I can't do it.
Oh my
Have
goodness!
a little obsession there.
There was somebody from the Philippines on here. It went
Good
by so
morning.
fast.
She's there, but I can't see it without my readers.
Oh me! I
Well,
saw Lester was on here earlier this morning.
Lester.
I'm assuming it was Lester.
All right.
Yes, it was.
Well,
Good
Lester
morning,
is
buddy.
a pawpaw.
He
or
is.
Papa. And congratulations to Jamie, her son, and his beautiful daughter was born. And she's beautiful. She is just beautiful. I reached out to Jamie and told her, congratulations and whatnot. And she said that she has to imagine that this is what heaven feels like, seeing her son with the love in his eyes for the one he loves,
Yeah.
meaning Kendra,
Mm-hmm.
and their little newborn daughter.
It's
So,
awesome.
congratulations to
Congrats.
them. And I'm so happy that things went well
Yeah.
and that Jamie got there.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. When I heard about the whole blood pressure thing, I knew exactly what was gonna happen.
Well, I felt bad after that was over because I said, oh, that's bad. That's bad. I had that same problem. And I shouldn't have said it like that.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it was bad.
Right.
It was bad for me, but I shouldn't have. I don't know. I just hate I said it the way I did.
Well.
And I'm glad things went well.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. When Mary Carl was born, she wasn't scheduled for a few more weeks.
No, it was a whole nother week. It was January
Another week,
7th.
okay.
Was her.
And your blood pressure was high.
It was the last appointment. We've talked about this one time before, December 28th. It was just a scheduled checkup. So that morning, I mean, my blood pressure had just started increasing,
Mm-hmm.
and I had gotten so bad that I couldn't hardly walk anymore. I was just so give out.
It was high, and I told you they're going to do it today, and you're like, no, they're not. And I said they're going to do it today. And so I started packing the bags, and you and your mom thought I was crazy for packing the bags. And I said, I'm telling y'all that Brooke's blood pressure is too high. They're going to do it today.
And the only appointment throughout the entire 9 months that my mama had went with us to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why she went. It was just it was fate. It was fate because we get there and they put the suction cups on me, take me to the back.
That's right.
And I had stopped at Jack's that morning and eaten a gravy biscuit. I didn't really have any appetite the entire 9 months. So when I wanted something and I felt that I could eat, we always got whatever I could eat.
Right.
And I ate that gravy biscuit that morning. And so here I am, and they're checking my blood pressure, and they're like, if something, they got that machine, that paper was rolling.
It
And,
was steadily rolling.
you know,
that old line printer with the green and white paper.
Going.
Steadily just rolling.
Oh, this was only 15 years ago. I don't think they do things like that now.
I don't know.
So we're in that room, and they said, if something doesn't change, we may have to take the baby today. Well, I had no idea that might happen. I just, it never occurred to me that my blood pressure being high and they might take this baby. Well, then my whole vision changed. I was like, they're fixing to change things for me, because I was literally miserable.
Yeah.
And it's only a week.
Right.
She's going to be healthy. It's not too early. It's only a week. What difference does it make? We really don't want to take her now, but we're going to wait. So lo and behold,
they waited and waited and waited.
They waited because they had decided they were going to take her because my blood pressure was, it was off the charts.
Yes.
It was unsafe for mama and unsafe for baby. But they couldn't do it until 12 hours after I had eaten. I had eaten at 7 o'clock that morning. And so it was 7 o'clock that night before they could actually take her, because I was a scheduled C-section. And they did not want to, make me sick because of the, the whatever you call it, epidural.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was sick anyway, so it really didn't matter. But I think it was after 8, after she was finally born.
It was about 8:45.
So it was a very long day, a very long day. But I'm thrilled that things went well for Kendra, and that Jamie was there and the baby's healthy.
Yes.
That's always scary, to know you got blood pressure issues.
That's right.
Is it Mary Carl's birthday? No, it's not. It's her birthday is December 28th. We're talking about Jamie and Lester at I'm a Survivor and Suits to Boots and how many other stations. When was Kid and Lester? They had a new grandbaby be born, so that's why we're discussing babies. It's not Mary Carl's birthday yet. It's coming though.
That's right.
It's coming.
It's coming.
She'll be 16.
The big one 6.
The big one 6. So, what's going on with you today?
We got football today. Big football game for my Crimson Tide today. It's going to be a revenge game. Vanderbilt college game days there in Tuscaloosa. I know it's crazy over there. Hope Jack and Zachlin stay indoors. Zachlin. Jack and Zach stay indoors.
Jack and Zach. They might be going to the game.
They might be. They might be going to the game.
Who knows?
Yeah, but it's going to be a crazy day. That's
what's crazy is that it's Vanderbilt, and Vanderbilt has always been a gimme game in years past.
Up until last year, but they're 16th in the country, and Alabama's 10, and Vanderbilt's 5-0,
and I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
I'm leaving.
Yeah,
I have plans. Mary Carl would like to have a new bed. I think I explained to y'all that she wanted the iron bed that's in the guest bedroom, and I have found one that she likes on Marketplace, so I don't have to take that bed around and play switch around.
Yeah, I know.
And this one is beautiful. It's very inexpensive, which is a big plus. And so we're going
Does she want to paint it?
Well, in the post on Marketplace, it says antique bed, full size with rails, needs a coat of paint. She looks at it and she says, "Oh, I love it." Did I show it to you?
Yeah.
And I said, well, it needs a coat of paint. And she said, "Oh, I like it just the way it is." I thought, oh no, here we go. She's wanting the bed so bad that she doesn't care what it looks like. She just wants to get it in there, And so it's going to need the coat of paint. And of course, it's harder to take it back down and get it back outside to paint it.
She may like it because it's old looking.
Well, I don't know what it looks like actually in person, because you can't tell on the picture. So needless to say, we'll decide. We will decide if it needs a coat of paint or not. And that's our plan, is to go over and pick the bed up. It's about 45 minutes from here. So Not too far.
Not too far.
I was just glad she liked it because I've constantly been looking. I'm like
Mm-hmm.
she can find something this will prevent a lot of trouble,
Mm-hmm.
but everything we found, no, I like that one in that guest bedroom better.
She wanted the one in the guest bedroom, and we wasn't like opposed from the guest
No,
bedroom.
it was just going to
It
be
was just
some trouble.
They had to take that one down, take it apart, move it, take hers down, take it apart, put it in that bedroom, put it back together, move,
Yeah, all
and
that's good stuff.
all that good stuff. And so you've
This
been
is
looking for
easier.
another bed like that one, and yeah, this will be a lot easier.
Let's see if I can't.
We're not doing 2 bedrooms. We're only going to do 1.
That's right. Let me see if I can
Right.
show y'all a picture of it. If she didn't mark it sold. Oh, she marked it pending. So
She's got a mark pending. Michigan plays Wisconsin.
There it is. It's got a little like rose emblem inside that metal, and she likes it. So I showed it to my mama, and she said, "Brooke, that's a wood bed." I said, "No, it's not.
I thought it was wicker."
It says
when I
iron,
first saw it.
antique iron
Yeah.
bed with frame, pending medallion.
Yeah.
So it's what she likes, and that's
Yep.
what we're gonna get.
That's right.
That's what we're gonna get.
That's right. It is pretty though.
It is pretty. It is pretty. And the lady that has this one for sale.
Mm-hmm.
So I always look at their other stuff to
Mhm.
see if they've sold anything. I always check them out thoroughly before I decide to buy something because there's so many scams. Well, she sold one. I don't know when she sold it. Full size bed. And guess what? It looks identical to the one in the guest bedroom.
Really?
Exactly like it.
That's interesting.
She sold it already.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's perfect.
But now we got to get some mattresses.
Oh, well, actually, we have a full-size mattress stored away.
I know. But she's going to use it?
Yeah, I just have to get a box spring.
Okay.
Stored away in
Yep.
the bathroom in the
Mhm.
garage because I can't part with anything that we might use one day. It's okay. It's okay. It's climate controlled in there. It's all good.
Well, my buddy George came by yesterday.
Yes.
And we had the garage cleaned, ready to put Termite's motor together. His plan was to get the motor put together yesterday and put it in Termite today.
Okay.
That
Did he know about Alabama playing today?
That was the plan. He didn't know about Alabama,
Okay.
but George is not from Alabama.
Right.
So he doesn't know those kind of things.
Right.
So that was the plan. And we were putting the motor back together.
Well, say why you use the garage.
We use the garage because George wants it spotless. He wants the area clean when he's putting the motor back together.
No dust. The barn is dusty.
He don't want any type of dust to get inside the motor. So we're putting it back together, and he's explaining stuff, and he's meticulous. I mean, he is. This is what he loves to do, and you can tell he's absolutely passionate about this. And so we're putting back together. And I know a lot of people are not going to understand what I'm talking about, but
me included. But
the crankshaft is what turns inside the motor. Okay. And that's what makes the pistons go up and down. The crankshaft. And the crankshaft have bearings on it because it's got to turn.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not bearings like you think of, but it's got bearings on it. So we got the bearings on there, setting the crankshaft in, and the front part goes in, the middle part goes in, but the back won't go down. And so he's looking at it, and he's messing around with it, and sets it back in there and looking at it. He said, So he takes it out, gets his micrometer, his mic, and mics the block, and mics the bearing, and is 0.004 of an inch off. So it will not go in there. And so he's like, I wonder what's wrong. I wonder what's wrong. Because I got the bearings. These are supposed to be the right bearings.
And they're new, right?
Brand new.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, well, I know a gentleman, Ed's Foreign Car in Gadsden, Alabama. And I said, he's a Volkswagen. That's all he does is Volkswagen parts, as far as I know. And he's just an old school Volkswagen parts house. And he said, okay. So I called Ed and got Ed on the phone, and him and George start talking. And he tells Ed what's going on. And Ed says, "What's the part number on the box that you got?" And he gave him the part number. And lo and behold, it's not the right part, basically, what it amounts to.
Mm.
And then George says, "Well, let us, we'll just buy it from you, Mr. Ed." And he said, "Well, I would love to sell you one." He said, "But I do not have it. And I've been trying to get these for over 6 weeks now." And he said, "Nobody has them."
Mm.
And so we're like, "Oh, this isn't good." And so George hangs up with him. He said, "I'm going to talk to my," because George has worked at these big custom restorers, or I don't know what you call them, garages
Restoration
that
shops.
restores old vehicles. And a lot of them, or mainly, were Volkswagens. And so he calls one of them when he gets home, and they said the same thing. You
Mm.
know, we can't get the bearings for the crankshafts for this particular motor. And so George searches around, and he finds somebody that has two sets. And of course, they know that they're hard to get. And so they're double the price. And it's not like $1,000 or anything, but it from like basically $45 to $100 is basically the difference. And so George keeps looking, and I send George a text, and I said, "Look, I've gone this far, an extra $50 I'm willing to pay." And so he said, "I'm still looking. I'm waiting for a phone call from somebody else." And eventually yesterday he said, "I went ahead and ordered them because he only had two sets, and I'm scared one of them they're going to get sold. And they're supposed to be here by like the 10th.
Mm.
So next week.
So what happens with the ones that were wrong?
He's going to probably send those back and get money back for those.
Well, how much were they?
About $45.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Goodness. So they just sent the wrong ones because they didn't have the other ones.
That seemed to be our theory, was that they went ahead and sent those because they didn't have the correct ones in anticipation. I don't know. But anyways,
I just realized that we're not drinking coffee.
Oh yeah.
This is our morning coffee time, but we got up early this morning and we had to have our coffee.
We've already
we're drinking water.
Yep.
But I thought about that when I brought the water up here because we've already drank our coffee.
Yes.
All right, so George is going to get termite fixed. It's just going to be another delay.
Be another week.
I just feel like something's going on with this bus situation. It's just not adding up.
Well, I recorded a good bit.
Nothing with George. I don't mean
no,
that.
No.
I mean,
no.
Gosh.
But I said in my video that's going to come out later that I tell you, I have learned a lot of patience with this bus. A lot of patience.
Good thing I'm not working on it then.
Because, how we wasn't misled because she didn't know that the bus was going to break down on us. But the fact that
it did break down,
right at a mile from her house, and then, she didn't want to help in any kind of way whatsoever. And then to getting here, and then me trying to fix it myself, and that not happening until it's just, just kind of snowballed from there. So,
well, it's just going to make the celebratory factor that much greater when it actually gets on the road.
That's right. Well, I will say this: I don't think I'm ever going to sell this bus.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
I don't think we're ever going. This bus is going to be in the family forever.
And while we say this is Mary Carl's bus, it is the family bus.
It is the family bus.
It is the family bus. And she may or may not even like driving it. That hasn't happened yet because it hasn't ran.
It hasn't ran.
It's not the easiest piece of equipment to drive. I will say that.
Yep.
She doesn't know how to drive a regular 5-speed, much less a reverse 5-speed.
I was going to show some pictures, but y'all wouldn't understand. I mean, most people don't want to see them.
It wouldn't understand.
But long story short, all the parts are clean. He's got them all bagged in bags.
Yes.
All the parts.
So I went in the garage last night I go through the garage when I go to my mama's, and I go through the garage, and I don't know if it looks like a mortuary's happening in there with a body being covered up, because it's some sheets, over the top of things, and some covers, and it's all hidden. It's all hidden.
What is crazy is that while he's putting this stuff together, because he had to get parts from here, there, and everywhere to put the motor back like he wants it. And he's telling me how hard stuff is to get for him. And I'm thinking, as popular as these old vintage Volkswagens and these vans and all of it are, you would think it'd be easy to get parts for. And no, it's not. It's not. There were some dial pins that he had to get off eBay that nobody had anymore. And I just blows my mind, because to me, I feel like that market's so big.
Yeah.
But obviously it's not as big
as I think. They all tend to tear up, don't they?
They all tend to tear up.
So while you and George were working on the Volkswagen, was...
Well, I want to say this, though. The engine... Like, he's got all the piston, but we got all that done. Everything's painted, everything's cleaned, everything. He would have had it put together pretty quick.
So the bulk of it is done.
Most of it is done. All we're gonna like is this one bearing.
So it should be able to get put in and put together in one day.
I think so. Or it just depends on how fast because he's explaining so much to me.
Oh, I know.
If I wasn't in the picture, he would have been.
Yeah. I think. Well, we keep saying one more day, one more day. And it's nothing on George. We don't mean that at all. It's just parts have been delayed, and one thing after another. Right. So while you're in the garage putting the motor back together, the Hummingbirds. How many were left in there when you were working? One. There was one Hummingbird left in there while Jason and George were working, and Jason said they kept buzzing by your head.
That feeder was one. The feeder was right above our head, and he kept coming down getting something to drink. And so a light bulb went off, and I said, "Well, me and George are done. I'm going to move that feeder closer to the front," because he was coming he didn't care if me and George were there, because that Hummingbird feeder was right here, so he was coming right there. I mean, he could have landed on my head. And I was like, I'm just going to move this thing over. And so I moved it over. I went inside and fixed me a chicken salad sandwich and took a couple of bites. And I went back outside. So we're talking 10 minutes tops. He was gone.
And George was gone by this
time. George
was
gone too. Yep.
And he was
gone. I waited to George leave to move the Hummingbird.
So I did have one that kind of went down. And I found it on the bottom of the garage floor, and it was trying to fly, but it just wasn't strong enough. And so I picked that little Hummingbird up, and here's the video of me getting him a drink. And y'all, I don't know if you can see his little tongue going back and forth. Look at it. Is that not cute? But we got one that went down. Yep. So they're all out. They're out of the garage. And there are very few frequenting the feeder. So they're on their way, on their mission south. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. We had 3 Hummingbirds in the garage at one time. Yeah. 3 of them. The people that reached out to me telling me what to do in their experience was unreal. Here's the one that I felt like was best. I didn't have to do it. But she told me to get a blower, a leaf blower, go to the back of the garage, go up and down. They would move their flight pattern lower. As they move their flight pattern lower, blow it again. They'd move their flight pattern lower, blow it again. And then they would find their way out.
Oh, so that's a good idea.
I emailed her back and I said, I'm about to do that. So when I went to the garage to go do that, they were perched for the night. They settled down. Right. And I said, well, if they're still in there in the morning, then that's what I'm going to do. And that's when you and George started working on the bus, and that last one was in there. So, and I didn't want to blow at that point because George was going to need a sterile environment to put the motor back together. And y'all were in there. So if something happened, you could have nursed it back to health.
Yep.
But y'all, I tell you, I don't know what enticed them to go in that garage. It's almost like they said, "Hey, let's go in here." And the thing was, is the garage roof is so tall. If it was like on Dixie Drive,
Yeah.
where I grew up, if it had been that kind of ceiling, we'd have been good. 8 foot,
Oh,
I'd have been
yeah.
good. This
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
24, 28 foot, maybe even
Mhm.
30 foot at the peak. So there was no way for us to, they wanted to be at this tip top. The garage door's down here.
Mhm.
So they couldn't figure out how to get from the top to down here.
But they did.
But
We
they
got it.
did. They did. They're amazing little birds. And I tell you, that one that I picked up that needed some extra
Mhm.
help,
Mhm.
you can see that they're tiny when they're flying. You can see how tiny they are. But when I picked it up, oh my gosh.
There's tiny, tiny in there.
It was so small that I started thinking, this is not a ruby throat.
Mhm.
This is something smaller than a ruby throat. And I got Mary Carl to look at it, and she was like, "Mama, it's a ruby throat.
They're tiny.
Teeny tiny."
Teeny tiny.
So all the hummingbirds are safe, and we are thankful for that. That was ugh, just a weird thing. I mean, we go in and out of that garage all the time, and that's never happened.
Yep. Never happened.
Never happened.
I guess we did it not during hummingbird season, I reckon. I don't know.
Well, no, I'm talking about backing the car in and
Oh,
out
that's
and
true
such.
too.
I mean,
That's
that
true
happens
too.
all the
Yeah.
time. My mama's
Mhm.
backing in and out, and anyway.
Yep.
So yesterday, I was able to go and pick up the boxes for the cast iron skillets.
Yep.
Because Lodge mistakenly sent us
The wrong
700
size.
of
Yep.
the wrong size
Mhm.
box. They were for a
Mhm.
10-inch skillet, not an 8-inch skillet. It was going to be more trouble than it was worth to put packing material in there. Plus, we'd have to go buy the packing material. The expense of buying the packing material just wasn't going to work.
Right.
So we had to get different boxes. Well, there's a supply called Granger Supply, and that was where I could pick them up the fastest and least expensive.
Mhm.
They have 2 locations. One of them is in Montgomery, what nearest us. One of them's in Birmingham. So normally we like to go to Birmingham as the big city because they have more things to offer, restaurant wise and whatever. But I had something I needed to take care of in Montgomery, and that was the windshield in the Subaru has been replaced one time already because it just randomly cracked. I'm not talking about I'm talking about like a defect from the manufacturer.
Right.
So it got replaced under warranty once already. Well, lo and behold, this windshield started cracking again, and it came up from the bottom again.
Mhm.
And so since that crack started, it has literally gone crazy, and it has ran all across your field of view. It's just to the point where you can't function anymore with the
Right.
windshield.
It's bad.
So I had went by a dealer in Birmingham at one point, and they told me that unless it came from the side of the windshield, that it probably wouldn't be covered under warranty. I was like, oh, great. So I called the Subaru dealership in Montgomery, which is where we bought the car from, and I told them that I needed to schedule to have a windshield put in because it has to be calibrated.
Yes.
So it can't just be done at one of these windshield doctors or whatever. And I needed to make an appointment. And they said, well, we need to take a look at it first and make sure that it won't be covered under warranty. And I thought, well, they've already told me in Birmingham, unless it's coming out of the side, it's not going to be covered. Swing by here one day and let us take a look at it, and we'll see if we can't get it covered. My boxes were ready, so I have a reason to go to Montgomery. I go by the Subaru dealership, and this nice young lady comes out. She looks at the windshield. It comes straight out of the bottom where the molding is, straight out of the bottom. She takes her pen, y'all, and she sticks it in there, and I didn't even know this. You can literally put the point of your pen in that crack.
Wow.
And she goes up. She takes pictures. She takes the VIN, and she says, I feel good about this being covered under warranty. Of course, I won't know until I, submit it, pictures and all that to Subaru to see if they'll cover it. And I said, okay, this is good. Wait on me to call you and let you know because we'll have to order the windshield. I said, okay. So I go over to Granger and I go to pick the boxes up. Now, mind you, I'm in the Subaru and I'm picking up boxes, and I already decided they're going to fit
Right.
because that's how I roll. I'll strap them on the top if I need to. I have a reason to drive the car, not the truck. Go in, Granger, nice young man in there. Tell him who I am. He says, I can't find your order. Lo and behold, it's under Cog Hill Farm. I don't know how. And he gets to looking at the invoices and he said, well, it says that you still have some that haven't arrived, but you have some that are here. I said, what? They called me yesterday and told me they were here.
Here, we even got an email saying they're all here
They
too.
told me through email that they were all here.
Yep.
And he said, well, I can load up the ones that have arrived, but you still have some that aren't here. I don't think I told you that. So I said, oh my gracious, you have got to be kidding me. Time is precious. Time is precious.
Very much so.
I said, but okay, we'll take what we get. And when do you think the other ones will arrive? Well, he gets to looking at the invoice again. He said, wait a minute. They are here. This is the ticket when they ordered them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank goodness. So we get the Subaru loaded down with boxes, and I'm talking about it's loaded down.
It's loaded down.
It's loaded down. It's tight.
Very much so.
I'm on the way home. My phone rings. Nice young lady from Subaru. Miss Smith, I have good news for you. Subaru's going to cover your windshield under warranty.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So this is a win-win. Got the boxes. Going to get the windshield covered under warranty. And let's hope that this Subaru windshield does not crack again.
Let's hope.
It didn't bother me when it was just a little crack. But when it starts going, making artwork, the lady said, I have to admit, this is one of the worst ones I've ever seen. And I'm like,
it would be us.
I'm like, nodding my head. And she says, but it's a beautiful artwork if you want to look at it like that, because it's made all these crazy designs and such.
That's right.
But it's where it comes out of the molding is where it started. So it's pressure, I guess, from the car, and something that they did wrong when they were building it is under warranty.
Well, I'm glad they taken care of it. I
didn't think they would. I really didn't, and I was prepared for them to not take care of it.
Being a service manager and doing warranty claims for 22 years, I can tell you that was so. Evidently, they just had an extreme problem with them, and that's why I got paid so easily. But if it had just been one out of a 5,000, it wouldn't have got paid. I can promise you.
Yeah. Well, I was prepared. I told her when I was there, I said, do you want to go ahead and get my insurance information? And she said, no. She said, let's don't even do that, because I feel so confident that they're going to cover it that we'll do that if they don't pay it. And I said, okay, great. It's definitely something they've seen more times than none. But she said this is by far the worst one. The artwork, the beautiful artwork.
Oh, you should have called. You should take a picture of it. You could have it framed.
Well, it's still there. You can take all the pictures you want to.
I forgot they didn't replace it. Just like, we can get it framed.
They had to order it and get the windshield.
Put the beautiful artwork on the wall.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. It's I just don't want it to happen again. I mean, it's happened twice. So what are the chances it's going to happen again? And they may not pay for it the next time. They may not.
We'll see. Maybe they got to fix.
I haven't had any claims on my insurance for a replacement windshield.
Maybe they'll have it. But we did get the boxes, and so we started back on the cast iron grind yesterday, and so y'all be
got back home with them, unloaded them, and immediately started packing skillets.
Immediately packing skillets.
We are not playing with this. We are doing the best we can. The skillets weren't supposed to be here till October anyway, so we're ahead. But we don't like things sitting on our clock.
That's right.
That's the way it goes. And we'll get skillets packed before Alabama plays, and before I go to pick up this bed, we'll run to UPS, and who knows, your order may be one of those last few to be shipped out. You'll get an email notification to let you know that it has been dropped off at UPS, and then you can track it from that point.
Right.
And once again, if you have any problems, please contact us through email about your skillet.
Yes.
Don't anticipate any problems.
Yeah.
But if there is, and here's something we want to talk about. Well, I wish we had one here to show. Where the seasoning is put on the skillets, they hang them up on after they're dipped in oil. Dip like this, hang up. The seasoning comes to a tip like a water droplet.
And it's just cooking oil.
Right here. That cooking oil drops off. So it may form a little spot right there where the seasoning builds up, and it may even come off right there. That does not affect the skillet in any way. It's not a defect. There's nothing wrong with it. You can put your little oil right on top of it if it bothers you, but it's nothing wrong with it. We've had some people reach out to us, say my skillet's defective. And I think people that know about cast iron from Lodge know that that's not a defect. But we have had a few that have reached out to us and said these are defective, and they're not. It's just, you can go back and watch that video. It's just like a water droplet. Right there. It builds up, and sometimes it gets knocked off right there, and sometimes that buildup stays. But it's nothing wrong with it.
Just put a little more cooking oil back on there. If you're hanging it up for decoration, that will work fine. And if you're cooking with it, pull another piece, put a little oil there, and it'll re-season itself just fine.
Yes, Jason did show it in the video, but we have had a couple of people reach out that must have missed that video. Probably not anybody watching this live, but just wanted to clarify that it's nothing wrong with it.
Yep, absolutely nothing wrong with it. Somebody asked, why don't we use the boxes that the cast iron come in? We are.
We're reusing those as well.
But there's 3 skillets per box from Lodge, so we have to take 2 out and package those 2 into boxes and then reseal the box that they came in, or it came in. So
that's right. That's
what we're doing right there. So we are reusing those boxes as well.
Yes, we're not wasting anything whatsoever. The new boxes are requiring more tape to make sure that they're secure.
Yeah.
But
this is the 3rd different box, so you have to relearn how to do it.
Oh my goodness. It's been a process, but I can tell you.
Oh goodness.
I mean, I could work an assembly line, but it's not something I would enjoy doing. It's felt like you can't still order a skillet. Those were a pre-order, and we apologize, but they have all been sold. And we did have a few extras, but we're hanging on to those in case something happens, somebody gets lost. We need those those few extra that we ordered to make sure of that. And I don't think we're probably going to have any left over.
I don't know. It's going to be close. We'll see. We'll see. And I talked about in the last video too. We got to wait on all those orders to get out and make sure we don't have any issues.
So if you missed the pre-order, we do apologize. And we did let that run for a couple of weeks, and hopefully everybody was able to get in. But we get emails still wanting to know how to order it.
Yep.
What was wrong with what are we going to do with all the Lodge boxes? So they are going to credit us for those boxes that were wrong. They can be turned inside out, so they don't have the Lodge order Lodge logo on them. Not that matters.
Yep.
But I reached out to Jacqueline, and I told her that she may be using these boxes, and she said they could absolutely find a way to use them. So thank you, Stony Ridge.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
I could work on an assembly line because you would think just the opposite. You would think my ADHD would make it, but you get hyper-focused. So you get hyper-focused. So when I'm doing the boxes, I'm totally focused.
I get in a rhythm now.
And I'm completely zoned out. And it's just nothing else is going on. And I'm just focused, and I'm just working at it. Boom, 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 boom. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean that I can't do it. I can do it, and I can do it well.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, those skillets weigh 3 pounds a piece. So while that doesn't sound like much, my muscles are knowing. We sold a lot of them. I don't know the exact number, but we've packed a lot.
We've packed a lot.
We've packed a whole lot. and we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So we're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all remember? It's probably been back in July when I talked to y'all about our refrigerator problem.
Oh gosh.
That's still going on. It has become a nightmare. So the refrigerator needs a replacement valve inside of it, right?
It needs a water valve and it needs the fan replaced. And the warranty company keeps giving us the runaround, so it's not been replaced yet.
We bought an extended warranty,
Yeah.
so the warranty's good for 5 years. We've got 2 years left on that extended warranty. When we bought the warranty, it was through the company.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's why we bought it. It was an in-house
It was
warranty.
in-house local appliance store, but the warranty company has since changed their
Policy.
and so they no longer can do it in-house, and it comes from somebody else. And the claims now, instead of going through the local appliance store, you have to go through the warranty company itself, and they're not from the United States when you talk to them, so it's hard to understand them. And they tell you one thing, and then the next day nothing happens. And so then you get somebody else on the phone, and they don't see any notes from the person you talked to the day prior. And then, they tell you it's just a runaround.
So I spent an hour on the phone with them one day this week. Got what I thought was situated. They were going to call me back and let me know what happened after it was escalated to management. I never got a call back. She said it will be today. We will call you back today. Never got a call back. Waited till the next day to make sure they didn't call back. No, got on the phone again the next day. They said they had nothing in their notes about me contacting them, and there was no sign of a claim being started. I said, okay, well, I need to get a claim started, because the last thing I was told is that they could not work on it because the ice maker's been replaced. The ice maker was replaced under warranty. They were the people that paid for the ice maker to be replaced. But yet they can't work on it because they replaced the ice maker. So I explained to them, you guys are the ones that paid for the warranty on the ice maker. So they say, okay, well, we're going to get somebody scheduled to come out. I get an email from the appliance company that's going to do the repair, saying a repair person will be there Thursday between 8 and 12. Good. This is great. We'll be home. We'll make sure. Thursday morning, I get a call from Whirlpool, is KitchenAid, but Whirlpool. Your service appointment has been canceled. Press 1 to find out more information. I want to press 1. Press 1. I talked to the lady and she said, I don't know why it was canceled. I have no idea. I can't see anything. So I called the appliance repair company, and they said all they were told is that he was not to come out.
Yep. So I see a lot of people saying we shouldn't have bought when we originally bought the refrigerator.
No, it's KitchenAid. It's not LG.
It came from a local appliance store, and the warranty was through them, and they made all the repairs, which they have made the repairs in the past. But 3 years later, the warranty company that they used has completely changed their policy, has cut them out of the loop. And now we're having to deal with this nightmare. Before this,
it was fine.
For this, when we had to call the local company,
they came right out.
It was boom, fine. Parts ordered. Week later, refrigerator fixed. Now it's totally different. And the owner even talked to us, and you could tell in his voice.
Oh, he was very concerned.
He's probably getting hammered with this, and so
he wants to be able to send his guys out.
Yeah,
but I've made a request. Please send them to do the repair. No, they won't do it.
No, we can't use them they have to use this other company to come out to repair it. Can't use the place that we have been using the whole time. So,
and I am not buying a new refrigerator. I'm not doing it. We got 2 years left on this warranty, and they're gonna fix it. They're gonna fix it, because that's what I bought the warranty for. Jason said, well, let's just get our money back on the remaining 2 years of the extended warranty that we bought. I said, well, that's not accomplishing anything. I bought the warranty, and they're gonna fix it.
Hope so.
Hope so.
I see Clack on here this morning. What's up, buddy?
Clack. The Clack Shack. Y'all don't follow Mr. David
If I need
Clankley.
to, I'll just get him to 3D print us something out.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, he'd come over here and
Well,
get
you
it.
know, he's had a
He'll
honeydew.
come fix it.
He has retired and he has had a honeydew list from Brandy. And when that honeydew list expires, he can come over here and start working on stuff.
Why is it broke down? But so I'm going to tell you why the refrigerator broke down so quick. Because like the repairman that we know that's been over here a couple of times, it's a COVID refrigerator. Okay, so
And it really doesn't matter this day and time if it is a COVID.
It doesn't, but that's
they're
what
all
he told me.
junk.
Yep, he said there's a COVID refrigerator, and he said that it is what it is. It is what it is. They had a hard time finding parts. They had a hard time supplying parts, and yep, there you go.
It has sounded like a telephone ringing since we bought it.
Yeah.
You know that quit.
Yeah, but you hear it now, don't you?
The telephone ringing's back.
No, that's
it's
the
a
loud
new sound
because it needs a fan, so that's why it's getting louder. So
it's a piece of junk. You're exactly right. I could take that one that we've got in the barn out there that was built in the 90s and put it in there, and it'd probably last forever.
Yep. But the thing is that it's foreign, obviously. So all they got to do is just give you the runaround over and over and over again
until
and what can you do? You could get a lawyer, but who are they going to sue? Somebody in India?
I mean,
really?
I
don't know how it's going to work. So we'll see. Anyways, we'll see.
You know, they satisfied me by setting that appointment up.
Yeah.
And they sent me an email. And then the next morning when it was scheduled for them to come out, they canceled it. They canceled it. Yep. And so they got it all figured out. They're doing everything they can. But they don't know who they're messing with because I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. Oh. They're going to send somebody out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Ain't no hopefully to it. They're going to send somebody out.
I'm going to buy me one of them old Harvest Gold refrigerators and put in there.
You do that, but I'm getting that one fixed for my barn or for your shop.
What was the green called? You had the Harvest Gold.
Avocado green.
Avocado green and the brown. That dark brown. What was the dark brown called, y'all? See, I could get that. That refrigerator would be rolling. I don't need an ice maker. I just need the trays. Oh, I can crack that.
We don't have an ice maker anyway because the valve that supplies the water is what's faulty.
Yeah.
So water leaks all over the floor if you hook it up.
That old
copper tone.
What's it called? Copper tone?
Yeah.
That dark brown.
I don't care what it looks like. It just needs to keep my food cold.
Yep.
We got a refrigerator in the garage that we had at the old farm in the barn.
It's old.
It is old and it works absolutely perfect. I'll pick it up and bring it in the house.
We could paint it. We could paint that avocado green refrigerator. We could paint it.
I don't want to paint it. I don't want to paint it. It's fine. I don't care what color it is. Just keep it cold. Just a mess, y'all. It's just a racket. So, guess what I have on today?
You got on a shirt. Looks like the color of your skin.
Yeah,
I bet there's some people thinking, well, Brooke's getting a little risque on this live stream, ain't she?
Yeah. I have on my shoes that I ordered with the steel toe. And I call it steel toe, but it's not a steel toe. So I told Jason, I said, people were giving me a hard time saying I better not wear that steel-toed shoe around the horses. I bought these on eBay. And they were brand new. No, I didn't. Poshmark. Oh, okay. Brand new, y'all. For pennies on the dollar. They're a Danner shoe. This is $150 shoe, and I paid about $20 for it. And shipping included. But I didn't realize it has a composite. I can't wear this thing. It's a steel toe. So Jason explained to me that steel toe is different than a composite toe.
It is.
And I don't have to worry about it crushing my toes if a horse steps on it.
It's 2,500 pounds of pressure. So I think you're good.
Yeah, because Willie only weighs like 800 and Reska's right at 900.
Yeah,
so
I think you're good.
They're not going to crush my toes.
Right. I think you're fine.
I'm happy to report
unless they kind of rear it up and come flying down real hard. I think you're good.
Let's don't start. Let's don't start. So I'm happy to report I'm wearing my new shoes.
Like them.
I'm wearing my new shoes and I like them. I can't even tell it's a composite toe.
Yep.
Can't tell. I had a injury yesterday that may take me down. May take me down. May not. But my nurse friend told me this morning that if I'm not careful, I'm going to end up having to have some fluid taken off. I'm going to explain to y'all what happened. I thought, since Caden was here working, that I could put the forks on the tractor, which I have done many a time. I just drive up to them.
Yeah.
And I put the thing, what do you call that thing? I don't know, under the forks and lift it up. Well, I had the fork on there, but it wasn't sitting down like it should.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to slide that heavy steel fork. I've got the bucket lifted up like this. I slide that fork over, and instead of it going down in the groove where it was supposed to, it fell off on my knee.
Mm.
The whole fork hit my knee. Y'all, I'm here to tell you, when they put that finger back in place in the emergency room, that was probably the worst pain I've ever felt.
Mm-hmm.
This knee, when that fork fell on my knee, that was worse pain. I'm able to walk, but it's swollen. And I sure hope that it doesn't end up causing me a lot of trouble.
I'll try to take her to the doctor yesterday.
Oh, gosh. He said, why are you just now telling me about this? It was several hours later. And I said, because there was no need for me to tell you. And he said, well, we need to go to the doctor. And I said, we do not need to go to the doctor. But it is like I'm uncrossing my legs right now. And if I bump it, it really hurts. It's going to be black and blue, that's for sure. I'm putting my shoe back on. But as long as I can keep, it's very swollen. It's above my kneecap.
Yep.
It's not on my bone, thankfully. I'm just giving y'all fair warning if I end up at the doctor getting fluid taken off. And it's hot too. It's very hot. Feel it.
Hands are cold. Yeah, it is hot.
It's a lot of heat in it. I just that whole how much you think that fork weighs?
40 pounds?
Shoot! It's way more than 40 pounds.
Yeah, I can't tell. If my guns are too big.
You can't pick them up.
I can't tell how heavy they are.
I'm not talking about the clamp-ons.
Oh, you're talking about those?
Yes.
Oh, about 45 pounds.
Jason. Good gracious.
When you got guns like this, it's just hard to tell.
Well, then how come you can't pick them up and put them on there instead of having
I don't want to show you up.
Anyway, that fork fell on my leg. And I guess what I did? I said, I'm not putting these forks on here. And I took it off and put the bucket back on.
Good.
I did. And Caden used the clamp-on forks because I decided I couldn't do it.
The clamp-on forks, they're just those little light pallets. You didn't have to have the heavy duty on there.
Jason, I already had the thing on there. I had been moving hay around, so I already had the hay spear on there. It was gonna be easy, but it turned into not being so easy. If it had fell on my composite toe, I probably wouldn't have had any problems. It didn't fall on my composite toe. It fell on my knee. Fell on my knee.
You might put some ice on it. Frozen pack of beans.
I tell you what, I just hope it doesn't end up causing me a big problem.
I think you put ice on it, it may slowly go down.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
How often?
When you're just sitting around.
When is that, Jason?
We could duct tape it to your leg.
That might work because I'm not gonna sit down.
You're not gonna sit down.
Not until I have to have the fluid drawn off of it.
Lester must have said something funny. I missed it, but they laughing.
Okay. Every 20 minutes.
15 minutes on, 15 minutes off.
I might as well just leave it on all the time.
Yep.
I just hope it doesn't turn into anything.
So we should have had it on here while we was having it live.
We should have.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Or you cut grass and put it on there.
I don't have any grass to cut. The grass is all tidy. Hopefully for the last time this season.
Hopefully
for the last time. We
don't get any rain, it's still going to be.
You know, Mary Carl keeps telling me it's going to rain Sunday.
I looked, I ain't seen no rain.
And I said, Mary Carl, it's only like a 15%.
I hope she's right.
15%. She said, I'm telling y'all, it's going to rain on Sunday.
Hope
So
she's right.
we really do 15% Sunday, McCraw. 15%. It is not going to rain.
It's not gonna rain. There's no rain in sight.
There's 35% next Thursday, 30% Wednesday. And the temperatures are in the 80s until next Friday at 79.
So it gets back close to 90 again
It
on
does.
Tuesday.
It does. I started to wear
man.
a long sleeve shirt today just to tell that cool air to come and stay.
Oh, I had this one on because I went and watered, and I had my sleeves rolled down because it was 61. And then yesterday morning when I fed the animals, I put this long sleeve shirt on and rolled them down. It was cool.
Well, I had to go to the grocery store yesterday morning, and I hop up and take my shower and get my clothes on, and I put my shorts on and my t-shirt like I always do. Dee Dee and I take off to the grocery store, and I go outside, and I'm like, goodness gracious, I couldn't figure out how to get the air cut off all the way. Subaru does an update every now and then, with the way the electronics and everything works. I couldn't get the air conditioner cut off, and I was about to freeze.
Who did my laser engraving back here? That was Mr. Clack at Clack Shack. And if you want any tips, tricks, or anything about using
Go
your
watch
new
his
one,
video.
Go check him out, the Clack Shack. I got a new laser engraver and was wanting to know, and that's him.
So I've been thinking about this.
Yeah.
So Clack's retired, right?
Yes.
Well, I know he still has his honeydew list.
Right.
But when
you gonna add to it?
No.
Okay.
I'm not. Well, kinda. When he gets freed up.
Yep.
Hopefully next week.
Uh-huh.
I want to go over to the Clack Shack.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna shoot a video with him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, if he'll let me, I'm gonna show y'all what all this man can do with all this. His shop is, if I just video the shop, it'd be enough to entertain y'all because I'm amazed.
Yeah, he's one of those. I'm telling you, those woodworkers are on a different level.
They're one of a kind.
They're on a different level now. Everything's got its place and it's meticulous and.
Yep. He is he's very talented. Mm-hmm. The machines do a lot of work, but you got to know how to work those machines.
That's right.
And it amazes me. So if he'll let me, I'd like to go over there possibly next week and show y'all what all goes on at the Clack Shack.
The Clack Shack.
He even has some Clack Shack cats.
He does.
Has 3 cats that live in his Clack Shack, and y'all can see those too if he'll let me.
Oh, guess what?
What?
Guess what debuted yesterday? 65 years ago.
Oh, 65 years ago. So that would have been about 1960?
Yes.
Man, my math gives a point on.
You are on fire.
Yep. If there's one thing I can do well, it's add, subtract, multiply, and divide. 60 years ago. 65 years ago.
65 years ago.
Gosh. I don't know. I don't know. Andy Griffith?
Yes.
Are you serious?
That's it.
Oh my gracious.
The Andy Griffith Show.
I thought I was way off. I thought Andy Griffith would have been before then.
1960, 65 years ago. The Andy Griffith Show.
Oh my gracious.
Came on.
Okay, so I'm doing really, really good with my guessing.
On fire. It premiered 65 years ago on October 3rd, 1960 on CBS.
Well, how did the views do?
I don't know.
I don't have any way of tracking that probably.
I don't know.
I wonder how they did know what the outcome was.
They had some kind of way, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, did they like send out letters in the mail or have people go around with a horse and buggy and ask them to check if they watched it?
Probably did send letters out in the mail. Yep.
Check it off if you watched the debut of the Andy Griffith Show. And if you enjoyed it, check number 2.
That's right. Ways. Somebody just went to Mayberry. Linda, she just went to Mayberry.
How about that?
That's something.
So we were recently dropping off some cast iron skillets at UPS, and y'all, it never fails. Every time we do this, I meet somebody new, and I get their phone number, and we carry on a conversation. Am I right? Every single time.
Every time.
So
every time.
This particular time was a gentleman who he frequented Canada. And one of the reasons he frequented Canada is he goes to shop.
Yes.
He goes to shop and he buys this, y'all are going to like this, syrup.
Syrup.
And it's Canadian syrup.
The maple
Syrup.
Yep.
And so he's telling me about it. And he says it's the best syrup you'll ever eat. And he goes up there and he buys it by the case. And he comes back and he mostly gives it away to people at his church or his friends or his family.
Right.
Last year, he made a trip and he came back and he cut himself short. He didn't have enough to make it last through the year before he needed to go back to Canada. So he's trying to manage his inventory a little better this year. But he's telling me about it, and he says that there's this big store, and it's like our Walmart. He says, I'm going to bring you some, and I'm going to drop it off at UPS. I said, you know what? You bring me some of that syrup to UPS, and I'll swap you a skillet. So Caleb, being the kind owner of our local UPS store, he knows everybody. He says, okay, I'll make the transaction for y'all. So the gentleman, I can't remember his name.
Don't ask me. You know, I can't remember nobody's name.
I got it in my phone, but it's not important. It's just bothering me that I can't remember his name.
I got you.
He says, I'll bring it up here and drop it off tomorrow morning for you. I said, okay, I'll bring your skillet when we bring more. So he gets there before I do, leaves the syrup with Caleb. And later on that day, we leave the skillet with Caleb. And y'all, I must tell y'all, that is the best syrup I have ever eaten.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good to it. It's good stuff. Good. He also told me about a place we need to go in Indiana. It's called Shipshewana. I won't forget that easily. And he said it's spelled just like it sounds. Shipshewana. Never heard of such. So I started Googling, and sure enough, it's like Amish community. And they have lots of flea markets and shopping areas. And he said he thought that we would love it. So we have on our bucket list to go to Shipshewana on our way to Canada to get the syrup. And he takes his camper.
Oh, man.
He takes his, he flies to Canada. Well, I don't guess he does because he brings back cases.
I think
he stops in Shipshewana on his way to Canada.
He does. Somebody said maple syrup is the only syrup, and I would say they probably haven't had real sorghum syrup, which I absolutely love.
I like it too, but Jason, this
I don't know. They're both wonderful. I don't know. I love both of them. Now, maple syrup I would like on pancakes.
Becky wasn't impressed with Shipshewana.
But if I had biscuits,
you would
hands down, sorghum syrup would be on my biscuits. Now, I'm not talking about the stuff that's cut with corn syrup and all that. I'm talking sorghum syrup. They're real sorghum syrup. Sorghum. Yeah, we call it sorghum here. So
you're in big trouble now.
I'm in big trouble. You know what I was talking about.
I know exactly.
You go anywhere around here and you tell me you want a sorghum syrup, that's what they know exactly.
Yeah, it's sorghum syrup. There is no sorghum syrup around Alabama.
There is a place here that Scott used to go to, our friend Chef Scott Peacock, and they do it the old school way, and it's for real legit, done in the kettle, going around.
Where is it?
Gosh, I have to look and see. And they do it one time a year.
It's a syrup festival, isn't it?
Yeah, they do it one time a year, and that's it.
Huh. Well, I'll tell y'all about my next meeting on the next one.
And I will say this: when Granddaddy was alive, we would go to a place that sold the real stuff, and we'd get him a bottle of it. And what would he do?
He'd sop it up.
Granddaddy, he'd light up like a Christmas tree.
Oh, I thought you meant what would he do when
we'd bring in that real sorghum syrup. Yeah. He would just, oh my gracious, it made his day when we'd bring him a bottle of real.
Yeah, we did. We would pick it up anytime we saw it available, and because you remembered that was something that he always liked. I tell you what, that maple syrup, that real stuff, oh my goodness, it's got me wanting to make some pancakes this morning because that was And I don't know who I'm going to meet today
Oh,
at
man.
the UPS store. Saturdays are usually pretty dead.
They are. Yeah.
Caleb doesn't have a
Yep.
lot to do on
Yep.
Saturday. UPS is open on Sunday too, and I wish they'd change that because that poor
Yep.
kid.
Yep.
I call him a kid because he's younger than me. He's not a kid. He's the owner of a business.
Mm-hmm.
He needs a day off. He needs a day
Hey, man,
off.
he works every single day.
He works every single day.
Yep.
Saturdays are his downtime. Sundays are even more downtime. But who am I going to meet today at the UPS store? And Jason just carries on in and out. He doesn't, I tell him about whatever my newest friend and I talk about after the fact. It never fails. I meet somebody new every time.
Every time. And even Caleb says, y'all have no idea. He said, y'all have no idea how much interest and y'all stir up when y'all come. He said, because people see y'all unloading all of the cast iron skillets or
They think
us.
that's all. They think our truckload is the only truckload. I'm like, we've done this 50 times.
And he said, it always, people are like, what in the world are they doing? Who is that? What are they? And he said, it's always so fun when people see y'all and y'all leave out and they ask me about it. And they're so, yeah, it's fun.
Well, I enjoy talking to people. And I've told y'all that people that are older than me just the knowledge is infinite. And if everybody's done something different. So to hear those stories and to share a little bit of it, even if it's at the UPS store, I enjoy it.
Yep. Absolutely.
But we got work to do before we can go to the UPS store and I can meet my new friend.
We got lots of work.
I can meet my new friend.
Yep.
Friend of the day. That's what we're going to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Friend of the day. And I'm going to think of his name too.
I don't think Caleb has a supervisor because UPS stores are independently owned. So he owns the store. So it's his store.
I wish they would decide to close all the UPS stores. That's a UPS decision. That's not his decision.
Yeah.
He has to be open.
Yes.
According to his contract.
I got you.
So I hope that they will make that change eventually.
Yep.
Because that poor guy, he needs a day off.
Golden Eagle syrup is good too.
Yes.
It is. It is very good. I can see the logo right now. That's what my mama used to buy.
Golden Eagle.
Golden Eagle.
You know, anything that's a sticky substance. So when it's in a jar and it has that lid that screws back on, it's horrible. I just don't. I wish.
Especially the sorghum is it. You know, you got that jar. We always get it. Basically, you know, around here, it's not like some fancy thing. And so you open it up and you pour it. And you close it and it's all running down.
Oh, it's running down the side and it's stuck to the lid. But this real maple syrup, it has the flip top on it. It has that metal thing that covers the top.
Yeah, that's right.
And you pour it out like that.
That's right.
That's the way it all needs to be.
One opens up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So on our way to Canada, we're going to stop in Shipshewana so we can get some syrup to bring back. Pure maple syrup. But we're not going today. So
I don't know when we'll be going, but yeah.
Videos as planned. I'll have a video tomorrow. Jason will on Monday. We'll be back on Tuesday live in the morning. We're going to try a Tuesday morning live.
Yes.
We don't know what time.
Yep.
Stay tuned. It'll be after we finish feeding, maybe in the barn, maybe in the house, but we got to make some changes because right now our time is limited. Yes. And we feel like we need our Tuesday afternoon.
That's right.
So I don't know where he goes in Canada. He says they're all over. He says they're like Walmarts, but it's a Canadian store and he buys it there.
No idea.
I'll show the syrup on the next bottle, on the next live. Right?
That's right.
Okay.
Oh,
well, we're going to act like this is coffee. It's water because we've consumed our coffee.
Yep.
But as always,
y'all be good. Well, the wind's blowing you.